Sound of Freedom continues to crush it at the box office despite all of the efforts from the mainstream media and Hollywood to try and lie about this movie. Even with Forbes here talking about the success, they still have to say despite controversy. What controversy, Forbes? There's no controversy surrounding this film. There's literally none. There's a bunch of dumb people that don't do any research whatsoever, and they listen to the mindless drones out there say that there's a problem with this movie. There's no problem with this movie. This movie is actually doing a lot of good, and it's done for the right reasons, the people behind it, and it's based on a true story. And if you can't get behind the story involved with this film, maybe you're part of the problem. And that's essentially what this movie is doing, is it's exposing a lot of people out there. Disney had the opportunity to release this film, and they decided to shelf it. They didn't want it. They didn't want it. They didn't want anyone watching this movie. What does that tell you about them? Sound of Freedom continues to crush it, and it's fantastic. $85 million right now and climbing. It's almost guaranteed now to hit $100 million, and who knows after that. I don't know what the international releases are going to be, but I am happy to report that we, over on my D-Day Cobra channel, we were able to donate $1,500, and we reached 100 people. Pay it forward through the Pay It Forward program. Shout out to all of you. Shout out to the 199s. Shout out to CobraCast. And, of course, Geeks and Gamers for allowing me to have the opportunity to do that. It ain't me. It's not me. It's all of you. It's all of you that support us and give us this opportunity. So I thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for allowing us the opportunity to do that. And hopefully we're going to do even more. And it really does feel great. And it's a testament to all of you. But back to the article here over on Forbes. It says, the Sound of Freedom, the crowdfunded film based on a former government agent's pursuit to rescue child sex trafficking victims, moved up the box office rankings in its second weekend in theaters. A rarity for movies and a sign of the strong support for the film, particularly from right-wing audiences, despite the scrutiny it has faced for its lead actor's ties to conspiracy theories. Oh my God. Thank you for saying that right-wing groups are the ones that are supporting something to keep children safe from trafficking. Good Lord, these people, man. They are so deranged. It's unbelievable. And there's Tim Ballard, who is awesome, and they're just continuing to spin this to make him sound even better and better and better, which I don't know how much better you can make him sound. He's a damn hero. But these crazy freaks on the left just continue to do this. Sound of Freedom took home number 2 at the box office this weekend, earning $27 million from Friday to Sunday, and over $85 million overall since it opened at theaters July 4th, opening, according to Box Office Mojo. Mission Impossible, which I did see, which was phenomenal, and Mission Impossible actually came in a lot lower than expected, a lot lower, but we'll talk about that in a separate video. This is more about Sound of Freedom, but I did love Mission Impossible. It's fantastic. Definitely go see that. Tom Cruise crushes it once again. Last weekend, Sound of Freedom grossed $19.7 million in U.S. theaters and came in third place behind horror film Insidious and the Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny, but Sound of Freedom outpaced both movies this weekend while boosting its Friday to Sunday earnings by some $7.3 million week to week. Sound of Freedom is now the 18th highest grossing film of the year in terms of U.S. sales, trailing big budget films by major studios like Flash and Elemental and Fast X, but outpacing Cocaine Bear and 80 for Brady. 72%, that's the critic score the film received on Rotten Tomatoes. The film is based on the true story of Tim Ballard, a former Department of Homeland Security agent who tries to save children. First of all, he doesn't try, he does save children who have been sex trafficked. Ballard reportedly has not claimed to conduct a mission exactly like Ballard reportedly has not claimed to conduct a mission exactly like the one in the film, but the movie ends with a montage from Ballard's organization's real missions in Colombia. The film has been criticized for the way it's portrayed child exploitation, and because both Ballard and Jim Caviezel, who plays him in the film, have expressed openness. Ooh, so suddenly now, when an actor talks about something that's not tied to the film, we can criticize them for that. So how many times are these articles going to bring up all of the actors that have talked about the Russia thing with Trump that was proven to be false? How many times are we going to bring up actors that have lied about Donald Trump or lied about anything pertaining right-wing politics in this country? How many times are we going to bring that one up? We're going to talk about that every time we talk about Mark Hamill. How about Chris Evans, who's not a real movie star, by the way? You want to talk about all the nonsense that Chris Evans has been spewing? No. None of that comes into it. Why don't you talk about Chris Evans and all of his left-wing conspiracies when his movie Lightyear failed miserably? You don't want to talk about that, do you? Oh, no. But, of course, here we are with these right-wing conspiracies when a movie is dominating at the box office, a movie that none of you left-wing freaks wanted to. You didn't want anyone to see this movie. And now people are seeing it, and the spin is happening. And I am laughing my ass off. We are going to continue to push this film to the moon. And again, thank you to everybody over on my D-Day Cobra channel for allowing this opportunity. And all of you at Geeks and Gamers, the only way I can do anything like this is because all of you allow me the opportunity. And shout out to all of you. 100 people are going to go see this movie now because of you. Let's make it more. Let's get more people out of this movie because the mainstream media hates what's going on. They despise it. Disney certainly didn't want you to go see it. And so many of these film pundits out there, these film critics, they don't even want to talk about Sound of Freedom. They don't even want to mention it. Why are you so scared to talk about a movie that talks about the true story of helping to keep children out of sex trafficking? Why is that a problem for you? I know why it's a problem for you, because it hits a little too close to home, doesn't it? Because all of your favorite politicians will be caught up in that. But hey, who am I? I'm just a random guy on YouTube. I don't know what I'm talking about. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.